everyone. The message I'm getting is to do the difficult thing, do what's hard for you, because there's this feeling that there's some sort of energy welling up inside of you. This desire. It's a need. It's a necessity within you to express yourself, but it feels like if you were to try and rationalize it, then you would say that it's something that you want to do, when in truth it's something that you need to do. It would be beneficial for you, it would be healthy for you, but you're holding yourself back because it seems to be challenging. It seems to put your courage to the test. They're giving me an example of how you are different. You're someone that maybe a lot of things that would be challenging for other people and would take courage for other people to do, you do innately. And something that doesn't seem like it takes a lot of thought or effort to do. And so from other people's standards, then you're doing something brave. You're a brave person. You're someone who's willing to do something different. But there's something that is very opposite, right? So for the majority of people, or a lot of people, it seems very simple, and yet for you it takes a lot of courage to do. Some examples of this could be I really don't want to get examples, because once I started saying that, I'm seeing like a guide, I don't know, like a Native American, or like shamanic is really the word I'm getting. Is this a shamanic type of guide that's feels grounded, and so that's why I say Native American, because it seems like they have a very deep connection to the earth and like the energy, right? I'm seeing how it's turning into, like, they're showing me like just the earth. They're showing me the ground, the soil, the mountains, plants, everything, and it turns into this shimmering material, and the shimmering material is representative of energy, and energy in the form of like consciousness. So it's the figment or a fragment of our consciousness into creation. And so in turn there's also this personification when you kind of lump some of it together. So like a mountain, right? Like in Hawaii they have names for the mountains, feminine names, right? And so it's like different things like that where it becomes personified and has its own kind of collective energy that creates a consciousness of that mountain, right? And things like that. And so there's an energy that is coming through that believes in that, or is like related to that, it's your guide, right? Who is somehow connected here. And so when I go to look for specific examples, they come forward and they explain that. And so then they're showing me rain and purifying rain, and they're showing me water, like storms, right? And then I'm seeing the sea spray coming off of it, and they're guiding me to look at the lightning in it and the strength of the lightning. And they're saying that there's there can be a misunderstanding there. So they're explaining what I just told you at the very beginning in another way, in terms of a lightning they want to share. And so they're saying how from land, from the surface, there is an individual who is always watching the lightning, and they don't ever understand the power of the lightning because it's always striking offshore. It's very beautiful, but they don't have any fear against it because they don't even understand the energy that comes from that, right? Now, if you take someone who's actually been struck by lightning and survives, obviously, then they know the power that resides within that lightning bolt, right? Or someone who, I mean, they're not showing me the example. I'm not going to derail because they're not showing me it. So they're showing someone who's struck by lightning and they understand the power of that. Now, because they understand the power of that, there could be a fear associated with it, or they could switch and feel more powerful. They can feel, they're showing me the embodiment of the lightning, of the power, the surge within the lightning, and how they can move forward, identifying as someone who has survived such a rare, incredible thing, and now that power exists within them. The strength, the courage, the resilience exists within them. And so they're showing that as an example of how all the different perspectives of this lightning, and they want you to understand that you are the person who was struck by lightning. And so what they're requesting you to do, what the highest authority is guys requesting you to do, and is being guided, you know, through your angels in this guide, is your strength is not quantifiable by anything of this world. It's not going to be able to be measured against anything else because it's such an internal thing. So don't look for ways to compare what it is that feels challenging for you against others and what may be difficult for them, even if there was something of similar value from your perspective. It's still a human perspective. It's still a limited perspective from your experiences. So don't use that to handicap yourself from moving forward with what it is that you have an internal need to do. And they're showing, they show the word speak up. I heard speak out, but then I saw speak up, and it's on a billboard. It's not a billboard, but like the number signs, you know, like at different games, you know, basketball, football, whatever, like stadiums, and it has the scoreboard. That's what I'm seeing, it light up on a scoreboard. And then they're showing an example again of this this person, okay? They're giving me a third example to really just drive it in, I guess. And they're saying, okay, so take someone who is a psychic, okay? And they're just going around and they're speaking to random people, like a psychic medium. They're a medium, okay? So they're going around to people and saying, oh my gosh, you know, such and such is coming through. I'm sorry to be rude, like I don't even know you, but I'm getting all this information and yada, 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 right? And then they're kind of like showboating, and they're going around saying like, would you want to go to a medium who doesn't, you know, go out and tell everyone what's going on? Like, you know, of course not, because they're withholding information, which means how can you trust that source? Because you want them to live by example, all this kind of stuff, right? Well, that's very easy for them to do, right? Like that's well, we're assuming that that's the answer, is that it's very easy for them to do that kind of stuff for you. You're also a medium, but it's very difficult for you to go out and just talk to people like that. Maybe you're afraid that you would offend them. Maybe you're afraid that, you know, maybe you'll be wrong, or maybe that you know, all these different things. It's very difficult for you to do, okay? And so they're trying to kind of set the standard for something, and yet they're not being courageous. That's not being courageous. It's courageous to you, it's courageous to others, right? But it didn't take courage for that person to do that. So where are they doing something in their life? They're showing me someone who's like cooking and they don't want to share their food, and they're saying that the medium doesn't like to share their food, so they're saying that the medium is not courageous in that, because they're afraid, what if someone doesn't like my meal? What if it's too salty? What if it's all this kind of stuff, right? But for you, it's very normal. You think, oh, that's a much easier way to kind of socialize with people, or show them that I care, or whatever. You know, it's like, instead of going out and telling them all these things I'm picking up on, I'm saying, how can I help them without having to tell them this? I can tell they're going through something, so I'll bake them something and, you know, just kind of go, you know, I'm using it in a different way. And so they're showing all of this as ways that you are really in tune with yourself, and ways that you have superseded the fear. And so there's this thing that they're addressing, and they're saying to continue to do that. They're reversing, and everything I just said, like they just reversed from now up until when I started the video, and they're reviewing everything, and they're saying, look at all the different examples that I have set, right, that BERRA set, and how that is applicable to what we're trying to explain to you. And all we're asking of you is to continue forward. It doesn't have to necessarily be fearlessly, but courageously, which means to fight the fear, to continue forward. You've done it so many times before, and look at all the different ways that you were able to navigate it, right? You still did it anyway. So with this too, do it. You're gonna come out on top. And again, going back to the purification, don't be afraid of the rain, don't be afraid of the storm. It's not gonna harm you, it's purifying you. It's assisting you, it's growing you, right? The plant needs to have rain in the soil in order for it to grow. So I just keep on keeping on. No, they say keep on going. So that's what I see, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.